Gareth Van Zyle's one in front of Alyson Wright. After this race, could he be two? Number 12, Terminal Velocity.
Yeah, it looks like it. It was it must have been a very nice horse. Here it is coming into view. I'm just having a look at it. You can see he's a very, very attractive horse.
The KZN racing season of 2023-2024 was fought out between Alyson Wright and Gareth Van Zyle. Treated us racing lovers to an absolute spectacle. This province of KwaZulu-Natal has proven time and time again, top quality horsemen, top quality horse women.
You know, you always want to win the championship, but it wasn't like, I didn't think it was a reality. Hey, you didn't brush his tail. I'm born and raised in Zimbabwe. Went to school there, boarding school. My mom and dad are from South Africa and moved down to Zimbabwe and have always been involved with the horses. My mom did show jumping as a young kid and grew up in a sort of a horse family. Her dad, my grandfather, was a bit of a gambler, and I think that's how the racing came into our family. He was very good friends with old man Ferraris and used to go and watch horses train and stuff like that.
How they keep racing alive in Zimbabwe remains a mystery. The racecourse there, the actual track, the turf track, quoting the words of Kevin Shea, one of the greatest tracks he's ridden on in the world.
What are you going to do with Hit Them Hard?
Should be, he's down there at Major. First one.
Is Hit Them Hard going to go to the turn? All right.
Obviously, Ellie's fighting hard to equalise with Gareth in the championship. She's one behind. They both have decent runners here, so this has got a chance.
I used to ride work and that for my mum. Wasn't really involved with the racing. I did a lot of show jumping. My first job with horses was for Nolene and Christopher Peach at Zimbabwe Stud. Kevin then was riding and champion jockey several times in Zimbabwe.
I'm sure it was at Hollywoodbets Greyville, behind the start, and a horse turned and kicked Kevin. I think it was in the knee or the foot or the leg, but in the leg area, and that was the end of his career. I do remember that occasion, and I think the Wrights had just relocated to the country. I think just started. He was a very good rider, Kevin, and they were plying their trade in Zimbabwe and they'd moved to South Africa.
Yandisa, take iron wool. Canter, strong canter, second gate.
Kevin and I have worked together for years. We started the yard in 2006 when we opened the yard with two horses that we bought at a Durban sale with no owners. A Russian Revival and a Woodborough Colt. And that's how we started. And I think it's about knowing who's in charge of what. We don't cross each other's paths. And he has what he does. And, you know, obviously there's discussion and stuff like that. But it's worked well and we make a good team.
Absolutely, racing's a funny game. You know, you've got Gareth Van Zyle and Alyson Wright going for the KZN title, and we're on the penultimate race, and now the yards have had a winner.
Yes,
so
that's racing.
That's absolutely racing how it goes. But let's see, there's still 2 races to go, and things can change.
Because we had only just moved when Kevin got kicked, no one really knew him as a jockey. No one knew me, and so to get the owners was very hard. So it's been a long haul to get our name out there. If we had started G racing in Zimbabwe, everybody knew us, everyone knew our abilities. Kevin was helping out Neil Bruss, and I was training the 2 or 3 horses that we had. We then met John Jones, who bought us lovely quality horses, and it grew from there. And John bought us Kochka, who was champion 2-year-old in 2013, and he had a lot of horses with us. And I think that having that quality of horse and winners, we were able to build up our name, and we are here today.
What does it mean to win the KZN Trainers Championship? Well, to win any championship for that matter means a lot, because it makes the trainer, I should imagine, strive and want to do better the following season and hopefully win it again. It would certainly attract more owners, I would imagine, because it's an advert. It's an advertisement. It's a marketing for your stable. If somebody's new in horse racing, and there have been many other champion trainers along the way, nationally and provincially, but this is about the tussle between Gareth van Zyl and Alyson Wright.
With less than a minute to go, is that the plunge seems to be on number 2, Sweet Julia, 220-180. This could be the win. That levels it up, yeah, because Van Zyl's one in front of Wright. This could be the win that levels it up, and how exciting it would be.
The championship was sort of never on our, you always want to win the championship, but it wasn't like, I didn't think it was a reality, because we only had a yard of 45 horses. So it's hard to do that with a small yard. But we actually started the season with, I think, 7 or 8 wins in August and another 5 or 6 in September. And then everyone was like, oh, you're ahead of the log. And you're like, gee, we really are. And we actually stayed up there. So then it became like, oh, we could do this,
Sweet Julia, 1,000 meters. 8th and last, they sent on their way from the 1,000 meter marker. Vision of Will is on the inside, beaded gowns there, and yearing after the red sleeves and cap. And it's Vision of Will on the inside, yearing after, beaded gown, Sweet Julia between runners. Prankster's trying to come out of the pack on the outside. Coming out of the 200 now, Vision of Will, and running on strongly is Drive By. Drive By and Prankster coming strongly on the outside. Drive By's coming home to get them all. Drive By won it, Sweet Julia second, Vision of Will third.
It's something that anybody wants to do, and to fall short by half a length on the last race was a bit devastating, but like I said, we had a great season, and we'll try and improve on that this year.
It was a great debate. It was great discussion amongst everyone in racing, on TV, off TV. How many winners have they got? How many horses are they bringing to the races? This meeting's gone by, they've had a blank. The other meeting's gone by, they've had 2 winners. So great debate. What did I think in the final meeting? I thought that Alyson had a huge chance, but I just, my gut told me that the Van Zyl team would just hang on. But I always thought and I always knew that both of them, being the true professionals that they are, we're going to fight it out to the right to the last race, really.
As you look into this season, are you pursuing the championship more actively?
It's not about pursuing it more actively, I don't think. It's just about doing our job and, producing fit, well horses on the day, and hoping that, you have the winners that is necessary to win the championship. I think, what would be nice is to actually have a champion in the yard. That's what you're looking to do, is improve your quality and be competitive in the graded races.
People don't realize, and I've said it till I'm blue in the face, people don't realize, in soccer, the soccer fans have heroes, have soccer players that they look up to. Golfing, I know nothing about sports, so I'm just, golf, Tiger Woods, there's people that enjoy golf and worship the ground that Tiger Woods walks on. Cricket, and all the sports. Racing is no different. Racing is absolutely no different. You've got to acknowledge everybody. You've got to, you might be walking, your horse has just run second, you're in a bit of a bad mood. Nobody likes to run second, and there's a person out there that maybe wants to talk to you or greet you, and you're not in the right frame of mind. But you have to just make yourself in that frame of mind, because that person that wants to talk to you might be your fan, might be the person that they look up to in the industry. So we've got to be mindful of that. Racing's no different. Absolutely, the jockeys, the trainers, the owners, the presenters, the workers, absolutely everybody. It's an industry. So for argument's sake, I might say in the racing industry of South Africa, my hero was Anton Marcus. I'm using a name because just as an example, Anton Marcus. So when you see him, you're in awe of him. You want to watch him ride. You want to talk to him. You want to, he's your racing hero. So we've got to be mindful of that.